Hey, hey, how you doing? Hopefully things are going pretty good. I tried going to sleep, but honestly I couldn't. I felt like I had my mind racing too much and I was just getting ready for like the next day and stuff like that. But things sometimes go to plan, sometimes they don't. But let's see. Just suck in some nice air. Get you some water. Might be here for a good bit. Hmm. Truth be told, you're probably gonna know what the time of all this is before I do, so like I said, I never know how to start these, but I feel like keeping it raw is just the best intent, the better ways to go at it because good lord, I haven't slept since 6 to 7 a.m., so GG. From the outside and everything, it looks like everything's going pretty decent to good. And I'm actually pretty happy about that. It's like finally something is going on. Well, it's been going on, but it's like the internal shit is just internal shit, and I've tried to give it more work on, more whatever I could throughout these past few years. It's like this is going to sound weird because of how I do portray myself on a whole lot more, but just I feel like I'm trying to learn how to feel things again. And it hurts a lot because while feeling some of these things out, a lot of things can happen to you that are just unexpected. Like you come in with pure, nice, and well-made intentions, and then bam, just something that flares up and hits you out of nowhere. I'm sorry that I'm not very high energy, but at least this is something that I can just get off now before I end up forgetting. And then the other thing that does terrify me is just like, I'm sorry for like any to everyone. I don't ever try to operate based off of this factor, but it's like, well, even my siblings, everyone, it's like learning to pretty much like love again, but just you're so fearful of that loss, that thing that's out of your control. I mean, granted, the signs, the warnings, whatever is there, but other than that, it's like, man, how many of us have genuinely sat there and go like, this person is their soulmate, and then bam, you get that call, you get that text, you get that face to face, you get that interaction that's just you know damn well that you tried, you did X, Y, and Z, or maybe you didn't, or maybe to that person it seems entirely different. What is it? I do feel like I definitely need to be honest with y'all because some of y'all do know my ex-fiance, she pretty much had, hold up, the fuck, had something stuck in my throat. Good lord. Definitely gonna buy a new headset because since I'm bald now, GG, it's not holding on as well. It's not holding on as tight. I literally have Thrag's haircut, bro. Thrag's haircut from Invincible. Don't get me wrong, it's fresh, it's crispy, it's like clean as fuck. But if I see one more bald comment, I'm beating you with a mac and cheese spoon and barbecue sauce laced on it. Beat your ass and slurp the barbecue sauce. But enough of that. I don't know, I just feel like this is kind of like a document or some shit. Well, I wouldn't say journal. I don't know what the hell to call it, but just something to like keep up with, I guess. And, well, things that help me express or help out other people. You know what? I'm gonna go as far to throw a do-rag on, and no one can stop me. And you gotta be okay with it. I like the fact that I can just premiumly pull out a do-rag and be like, whippy-da, whippy-dee. So let's put this thing on. Yeah, my do-rag's lopsided right now, but I'll fix it later. But I genuinely do love the fact that I can just be random. I feel like I can do whatever I want sometimes. I think I put this do-rag on too tight, GG. I gotta suck in a lot of air before I say this, next part, because yeah, like I said, my ex-fiance hit me up out of the blue to reasonably take down like some pictures, some shit that I actually forgot about. And I'm not gonna lie, I let my emotions get the better of me, and I was just like, no hi, no how's it been, no nothing. She didn't want to have no conversation, no like anything like that. I'm gonna take this fucking do-rag off. I put this bitch on too tight. I'm gonna just throw this shit on after I brush my hair, like later on tonight before I go to sleep. But I was just sitting there baffled. I was like, what is it? She kept talking about some, this is the new me, you keep clinging on, you keep holding on to, like, that old version of me, and etc. And I was like, you know what, yeah, you're right. The way how it all happened was just... I'm not even joking. I think I was streaming. I think I was just chilling, something like that, right? I had like a really, really good day. No. Okay, here's what had happened. Yeah, I had a really good day. Remember that anime con that I said I was going to like this Sunday? Yeah, it was alright. Some of the like more fun vendors and stuff like that didn't show up, or they got canceled, and I just acted as like pseudo security essentially. And then I went over to my dad's, and I think we made like a memory that we're all gonna remember for as long as we live. Just something simple, just something nice. And then what is it? I think I get home, check Instagram, because my friends like to send me memes and shit there, or I think I checked it in the morning, and then bam, just says Phantom sent this message, and I'm just sitting there like, felt my fucking heart drop. I felt like everything, just the feelings, the raw intensity, it was like a song just started playing out of nowhere. I got fucking goosebumps, everything, the memories, just... I had been doing a lot of shit to just fucking forget to just move on. I keep forgetting that this headset wants to be a bitch and a half sometimes, and I'm like, bro, what? What the fuck? Why you turn off after like 10 minutes? I have to do a better job at controlling my emotions, because it's like, it's either half and half. It's like, either I'm not gonna have any emotions right then and there, or everything is just gonna be like fucking to the extreme and just it's intense. I keep forgetting that I am a very intense person, and I'm still learning how to deal with that. But the message said, hey, can you just take down these photos? Like, my bad, I'm going to like retrack on like a lot of shit. Like I said, just take this down. I don't want, if I get with someone, that they see this, that, and the other third, and I'm just like, low-key, I wanted to explain. I wanted to like say this, that, and the other third, but I am very sorry if this is going to come across mean or whatever. I didn't think she would understand. I didn't think she would care. I tried to make conversation, because I was going to get to the point of just like, where I was just going to sit there and be like, no, I don't care, this, that, and the other shit. I didn't know how to go about it, because what I wanted was just like, why are you messaging me now? Why did you take the luxury and liberty to just go through my entire account, if not other socials and shit like that? Were you showing this to someone? Which I think she did, because like I said, I just didn't fucking care at the moment to like get rid of it. It's not like I wanted to or anything, I just didn't fucking care. And I don't know why it's like getting on my mind and shit now, but my bad. I'm gonna just start everything from like zero and try to work with it. Don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love and adore my current girlfriend, but it's just, I don't know, I can't outrun my fucking past. It's not even just like my ex, it's like other shit that just catches up and fucks me in some regard. But this one just kept being at the forefront of my mind, and I'm like, I kind of want this to be like a cautionary tale. I want this to be like something that y'all can learn and grow from as well, if possible. Because man, when I start talking about like a lot of the messed up, the etceteras, the things that have happened in my life, it gets abysmally depressing, dark, or whatever the fuck, right? But unfortunately, that's the reality in some cases for a lot of things. And I know myself, I'm a pretty delusional person. The moment I hear that there's a 1% chance that we can fight against like an immortal being or some shit like that, I'm gonna be the first dumbass at the front talking about, if he can bleed, he can die. You know, a lot of people always do say that I haven't changed and shit like that. No, I've changed. I've always changed. It's just, once we get to like certain points, once we get to certain ways, whatever the fuck, right? You just won't see it, because I'm just ready to get done with you at that point. The reason I was so hurt by all of this and etc. was because, like I said, this is like a fucking ex-fiance, so it's like, you know, your shit's going to be intense by fucking default. Why would it not be? Let me go ahead and get comfortable before shit rocks the boat. But what was just racing through my mind, like I said, was just, I feel like I needed those damn answers of just, where the hell were you? What happened? How okay are you? What? Just asking basic stuff, but I understand from her point of perspective too that she was just like, I don't want to like talk no nothing to you, because even whenever I tried, it was just like, I don't want to have this conversation, I don't want to X, Y, and Z. Just ignored like a lot of the shit that I said, and I was like, you know what, if I hadn't changed, the other part of me would have been like, why are you ignoring this, why are you X, Y, and Z? And it's just, you have your own personal reasons, whatever helps benefits you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a salty bitch, because like I said, I wanted those answers, but this is like an outlet for me to pretty much just get this shit out of here, because it does affect me. Why the fuck would it not affect me? I remember everybody and their mom saying like, oh, get over her and etc. whenever I went through that breakup and shit, and I was like, yeah, no shit. But when you're going through it and stuff like that, like, how many of y'all have been through like breakups and shit like that? And it's like, I feel like the worst thing someone can fucking say to you, like, probably week one of that shit, is just like, get over her. And it's like, you gotta let the person mourn, you gotta let the person feel out, because what is it for me? Once I kind of got like past some of that, it just became like, I couldn't even do basic shit. I couldn't even do fucking anything without being reminded of this person. That's how like crazy it is. And I've even thought about this too. I know that they probably went through like similar shit as me or whatever, or even worse. They've probably forgotten about you, they probably don't care, no, etc. They just go on about their shit and you're just left. What had messed with me pretty much was that she made it like I was the person in the wrong the entire time, and I'm like, a lot of the things that you accused of me, a lot of the things that you have said towards me was pretty much just, you did the same thing too. But for you not to be able to see any fault, no nothing with yourself, is beyond outlandish and crazy. It's like, yes, you have grown, you have changed as a person, but a lot of those core things that made you you or whatever the hell is still there. They haven't changed at all, and it's just, this person doesn't, genuinely, I felt like once X, Y, and Z started happening, I was like, this person doesn't care. This person doesn't think about me. Not like the things that you would expect. And I know it's weird saying it like that, but it's just, I genuinely did want a friendship with her at the minimum, because we had been through a lot together, and why is it genuinely bad to have friendships with like the opposite gender? I get it that some people can develop feelings or whatever the fuck, but it was just like, no, it's just like, we've been through this, we have a shared history. If something does happen, now unless, like I said, I have a girlfriend or whatever, fuck, I'm not gonna like initiate and be like, no, you come back and whatever. It's like, genuinely now, I wouldn't go back and try to have a relationship with her, like, in any, well, I can't say that. I just want it. I just want it. Because it's like, after a breakup, you turn into a completely different person for me. if I'm off stream, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a, I don't know, I've been called a cold-hearted bastard or some shit, and I've just said, fuck it, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna just steal that from you and run with it. But like I said, when I was trying to get these answers, when I was just trying to like, I was worried for them because that's what a actual friend does, you know? This is someone who, whatever the fuck you would want from a friend. I mean, but like I was saying before my headset so rudely turned off and turned into a bitch napkin is, you gotta ask yourself this, right? If whatever you're asking out of that person, wouldn't it be fair if you were also the same thing? You want someone honest, you want someone that can be straightforward, you want someone that can be X, Y, and Z, and then it's just, this person doesn't hold forward towards that in any capacity, and it's just, yeah. But yeah, like I said, sorry if any of this shit does get personal. I feel like just being straightforward and trying to be honest with it from like a perspective of like, we both fucked up and this is the consequence of just, I feel like a fucking divorced dad or some shit, and I'm like I'm just chilling, but at the same time it's like I have that void, that emptiness, not that they caused, but just after my mom passed away, it was just, I don't even feel like I'm here sometimes, you know? I'm just like way back a bit so I can relax and just stare at you, you pretty thing. But yeah, while I was like well, like I said, we barely talked. I don't know, we just got off to an even ground of like, hey, I hope your family's doing a lot better, and then left off at that. And then, like I said, because I forgot to delete the video, apparently one of her friends or some shit comments some shit, and it's just like, hey, I get it, you want to stick up for your friend, maybe she sent you fucking headset, piece of, almost said a bad word. Maybe you're sticking up for your friend, maybe you're doing X, Y, and Z, and it's just like, yes, I understand that you can do things nice the first time, and then if you don't get whatever the fuck you want the second time, you can go about it in, let's say, you can go about it in like a multitude of other ways. Some can be unsavory, and the weirdest thing is, like I said, I'm gonna just flat out say it, I don't care. This bitch had the audacity to just say X, Y, and Z in whatever tone, and I'm just looking at it like, did she send you, or did you do this of your own volition, or did she tell you about this? Because it's like, you low-key look fucking retarded doing this, like, okay, GG, my dog. I don't know, I just feel like once we're past the point to where it's like, what is it? It's like that fucking Gatai song. Somebody that you used to know and shit like that. This person went from pretty much being the entire world to just, you're not even a spot anywhere in the world anymore. And it's like, it's some devastating shit, man. You just go back to being like complete strangers that just so happen to know shit about another. And I think I did the most healthiest thing that I probably could, because before then it was just like, I always left my things and shit open in case that one day that she just contacts me or some shit. No, I just cut all that shit off, and I was like, wow, so this is how this person feels. I had been pouring my heart out, crying, this, that, and the other shit over all this just for it to pretty much be a waste in some regards. I don't care if it's cold-hearted or anything like that, but once we get to the point to where it's like we both don't care or whatever the fuck. I mean, I feel like we do care in the regards of just like, hey, just don't fucking die. Try to at least take decent care of yourself. I feel like, granted, that's always going to be there. But it's just like, I don't know, to me, I don't even want people to get mad at me or nothing for this. It's like, once we get past the point of like not caring and shit like that, don't ask me to do shit, don't ask me for nothing, don't X, Y, and Z. Because it's like, I tried asking a basic thing from you and you wouldn't even grant that to me. So, equilibrium. I get that this thing holds significance to you. It doesn't hold no fucking significance, no nothing to me. I'm not even being petty, no nothing. I just don't care, and the worst part is, sometimes I do want to care. But how we're gonna go about all of this all around is pretty much just, without loss, you don't have that love. Without that loss, you don't have that love. And it was always just, I think where I fucked up was, I did kind of force it to where it was just like, I forced it to some degree of just like, we rushed it pretty much, of just, we want things to be X, Y, and Z and shit like that. I still held and clung on to it afterwards, only for shit. All I can do is assume, and I hate fucking assuming. Just have to like sit there in silence sometime and just think. 'Cause fuck. Let's also see just, there's like a lot of other stuff that I just feel like has to be like unsaid to a degree, because that's always pissed me off. Why the fuck is it when I'm honest, or I want to speak how I really feel and shit like that, people say it's too brutal, it's too honest, it's too X, Y, and Z, but then you're allowed to pretty much get away and do that shit with me? Because the only difference is that I feel like I can handle and take all of that in better versus that person. And yes, I get it, the delivery is also there too, because you just don't want to be like a flat out jerk about it and be like, you suck or something like that, unless it's someone that you really, really know and you're really, really cool with, you know. But even still, I think, I don't know what the hell I think. It's just annoying, like I said. Because on one note, one thing will be this, the other will be that, and can't do nothing. Then again, this is from the ramblings of my fucking brain that is just like, bro, I want to sleep, bro, please. Like I said, y'all, once you pretty much getting good with somebody that you genuinely do love, and then bam, things become nothing but a memory and a life lesson. It's just, it fucks with you. It fucks with you. You're kind of afraid to move on, to go to the next. I am to some degree, because let's just say if that'll have to be for like another day. Just I feel like this shit's getting a little bit too long now, but thank you for sticking around genuinely, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. I'm so sick and tired of a lot of things. I hope that y'all have a wonderful week and more. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna try my best to figure it out and shit like that. Sorry, this bed is like comfortable. It is comfortable to a degree. Like, I'm gonna just sit here and be like, oh, and shit like that. Like I'm about to levitate to the moon. But yeah, short summary is just, I don't care, but I want to care. And then whenever I do, it just hurts. I know it's healing. What my bad. For some people, it's considered healing. For me, I don't know. I don't know enough. I'm just, like I said, chilling. Whatever comes up, comes up. And then you gotta deal with it. Oh yeah, Gigi, I just felt my body. I just felt my soul leave. Gigi. Oh, shit.